Do I have my Ethernet cable plugged in? No, I don't. Give me 1 second, y'all. Darn it. Darn it, darn it, darn it, darn it, darn it. 1 second, y'all. Shoot. It might glitch, but if it do, then that's okay. Or maybe it won't. Yes, I know. Go top and bottom. Top. It's not going. Dang it. Got to be more careful, bro. Oh, it's broke. Oh, well, we're gonna be alright. Man. Sorry, y'all. Starting a little bit late. Technical difficulties, like always. But hey, won't be too long. Won't be too long. Let me see you all tuning in. Then I get started. I don't really like getting started unless I see people tuning in. I know I'm a little late, but hey, stuff happened. Let me scroll down, make sure everything good. I didn't even know this was on here. Let me take that off. Hold on. All right, here we go. Okay, y'all give me 1 moment. I'm just getting everything straight. Make sure it's all the way straight. I'm gonna have to edit this when I'm done with it, but it's all good. Dang it. All right. Well, I can't wait for everybody to ping in. My internet is a little bit slow, so we just gonna have to bear with each other on this. You know what I'm saying? I don't know who on, who ain't on. You know. But we're gonna get straight to the topic. Give me 1 second. Okay, this is called Truth and Facts over Feelings and Emotions. So I'm gonna give you facts, and I'm gonna give you the truth about the truth and facts, of course, and then from an emotional point of view of how people look at certain things. You know what I mean? So the topic was loving yourself. You are your worst enemy, and the power of the tongue and words that you say. So I'm gonna jump in first with loving yourself, and that's how I'm gonna start it off. And I broke it down into several categories, like I always do. And yeah, due to my hair not being braided, you know what I'm saying, I look how I look, but I still look good. Loving yourself. So the first thing I'm gonna talk about is loving yourself. Now, the thing that gets me crazy is about this whole situation and scenario. A lot of people say, "Oh, I love myself," or "I care about myself." Now, let me give you a couple of facts and see if you are really loving yourself, if you are really caring about yourself. You know what I'm saying? So, the first topic is knowing yourself. When it comes to loving yourself, you have to know yourself. And a lot of people say, "I know me. I know what I like and I know what I don't like." Crazy part is a lot of people don't. I talk to a lot of people and I'd be like, okay, if you know yourself, what makes you happy? What makes you sad? What do you like or what you don't like? If you can't answer those questions of what you like and what you don't like, you're not loving yourself because you don't know yourself. To love yourself, you have to know yourself. You have to know what you tolerate. You got to know what you like and what you don't like. So, knowing yourself, first of all, if you don't know what you like me, for instance, I can tell you what I like. I like computers. I like having a good time. I like chilling with friends. I like, communicating with family. It could be any type of topic, and we can just chop it up. I am a very popular person. I always been that way growing up. At first, I started to hate it, but then I started to love it because that's just who I am. So what I do like is computers, repair, advertising, helping people, helping myself, better myself, helping my family, my friends, anybody associated with me. That's what I love. You know what I mean? I love it. It could be a person down and out, and instead of sitting them down and out and keeping them down and out, I'd rather raise them up. And sometimes, more than myself. But that's when I gotta put that pause button on, like, hey, gotta love me first. So a person that loves themselves, they know who they are. They know who they like. They know what they don't like. They know who to surround their people with. They know who to kick it with. They know what to do to make them happy. So if you don't know those certain things about yourself, something as simple as what you like and what you don't like, you do not love yourself, and you are not loving yourself, because the first person you should know besides God is you. So let me move to the next little segment on loving yourself. A person that loves themselves does not compare themselves to nobody else. If you sitting out here and you comparing your life to the next person's life, or you envying somebody else's life, you are not loving yourself, because first of all, that's not your life. You know what I'm saying? You want the best for you. If others do have better than you, then so what? Be happy for them. Because if you're not happy for them, you hating on them. And if you have hate in your heart, how can you love yourself when you have hate towards somebody? And 9 times out of 10, it's somebody you close to. And sometimes it's people you don't even know. You just sitting there hating. Don't compare yourself. You are your greatest person. You are the best person that you could ever know. You are the best person you could ever be cool with, kick it with, hang with. You are the best person. So why compare yourself to anybody else? That's not loving yourself. Loving yourself, you're going to know who you are, what you do, how good you feel, how to make yourself feel good, and keep moving. You're not going to compare yourself. And then to love yourself, you have to know your strengths. What makes you strong? What makes you wise? What makes you happy? What is your weakness? And a lot of people, they sit here, you got to know your strengths. If you don't know your strengths, then what do you know? You don't know yourself. You can't love somebody you don't know. Can you love a stranger? If you can love a stranger that you don't even know, then something mentally wrong. You got to love you. You got to know what makes you strong. When you wake up in the morning, you got to ask yourself, what makes me strong and what makes me weak? I answer that question for you. What makes me strong? Let's see. Building for my future, building for my family, building me as a person, going out and seeing things and doing things for me and others. That's what makes me strong. Now, my weakness is, what are my weakness? You got to know your weakness. My weakness is alcohol, cigarettes, you know what I'm saying? Believing in a lot of people instead of believing in myself. That's some of my weaknesses. So I know me, so I know how to love me. So if you don't know your strengths and your weakness, how can you say you love yourself? You got to know you more than anybody else know you. If you don't know you more than anybody else know you, how can you say you love yourself? Now, the next little segment in this topic is treating yourself. I love this. I love this because I talk to people about this all the time. And I'm going to break it down off of this. Treating yourself. I saw one of my friends, he a rapper, TK, Fred Johnson. I'm going to put him on there. He said, I'm going out tonight. I'm going to treat myself. I'm going to treat myself to a good movie, good dinner, and have some fun. That's treating yourself. Not you and 5 friends, not you and 6 friends, not you and 7 friends. You going out for self. You treating yourself. You're not treating you and 6 friends or 7 friends or 8 friends. You're treating yourself. So when you go out, and say you go out and have a movie night by yourself, or you at home and you have a movie night, or you just go do something you love by yourself. Key word is by yourself. That's what people fail to realize. Now, in a marriage is different because when you become married, you become one. So you treat each other, which actually is treating yourself. You make your spouse happy or your husband happy or whatever, you know. There we go. How much time do you take treating yourself? If you're a woman, how much time do you spend going to the nail salon, going to the spa to relax yourself? Just you. Not your kids, not your friends, not your family, just yourself. Whatever it is to relax yourself, I don't care what it is. It could be watching a movie. It could be reading a good book. It could be anything. How much time do you spend actually treating yourself? Hey, you know what? I did good at work. Let me go out and have a little martini. Or I did good at this. I graduated college. Let me go out and relax myself. Go to a spa. Let me go sit in the hot tub, get a back rub, get a massage, something yourself. Key word is self. And then this next segment that really gets to me. And it's crazy because I read a book my cousin Chris actually gave to me. And this is the book. Everybody be talking about it. It's called The 4 Agreements. Love it, like it. I always tell people read. Because you already domesticated by your family and whoever you grew up with to think that everything is right. So, and one of the topics in this book was forgiving yourself. Do you not know that people, human beings, will forgive an animal, and it's in that book, for one mistake it did, one time, and never bring it up again? But you as yourself and other people, when you make a mistake, it could be a mistake you did 6 months ago, 2 years ago, 5 years ago. They always gonna bring it up. They gonna tell you I forgive you, but then 2 days later they don't. So why even care about their forgiveness? If you feel like you did something bad, first of all, you have to forgive yourself first. Because if you don't forgive yourself first, you're gonna always feel guilty for what you did. And then you're gonna start to criticize yourself, which I'm gonna get to later. If you can't forgive yourself for mistakes you made in life, you got to understand you're human. You're going to make mistakes multiple times. But if you beat yourself down about it, you're criticizing yourself, you're not loving yourself. A person who loves themselves, now that's an emotional poor state. I'm going to give you facts. A person that loves themselves is going to be like, you know what? I don't care if I got dogged by this woman. I don't care if I did something wrong. I don't care if my family don't like me, whatever. Let me forgive myself because I was younger. I didn't know better. Now that I know better, I can forgive myself because at the time that I made this mistake, I did not know better. So now I know. And life is all about learning lessons. So if you don't forgive yourself first, if you're looking for forgiveness for others, you will always, it's even in the Bible, you will always fail yourself. And everybody say, oh, you just self-centered. You only care about yourself and nobody else. I'm sorry. That's not what it means. If I care about myself and love myself, then I can care about and love you. But if I'm judging myself, beating myself down because I made this mistake, beating myself down because I made that mistake, I always beat myself up. I'm pulling in negative energy. So eventually the only thing that I can give to you is negative energy. But if I love myself, I'm going to have to forgive myself first before anybody else forgives me. And if they don't forgive me, then move on. It's a billion people on earth. Let me read this comment real quick. Loving yourself is also doing better for yourself. If you know you have some issues, get help. Help yourself do better. Thank you, sister. That's my sister Erica Joseph, if I'm saying it right. Thank you, sis. And there we go. You loving yourself is doing better for yourself. And I was getting there. You know what I'm saying? But forgiveness comes first. If I sit here and I made a mistake and I can't forgive myself, then I'm just going to beat myself up. So I'm not loving myself. I'm becoming my own enemy. I'm hating myself. I'm dogging myself. I'm getting mad at myself. And if I hate myself, who's going to love me? Okay. This was a big one that actually came out of this book, The 4 Agreements. You have to create your own heaven on earth. Now, let me really explain that because some people don't understand creating your own heaven on earth. And how that works is, you know what I'm saying? For one, I just gave you know yourself. So you know what you love and you don't like. That's a part of your heaven. Don't compare yourself to others. That's a part of your heaven. Treat yourself. Now, when you create your own heaven, and you got to forgive yourself. That one too. When you create your own heaven, this is what you do. You look at yourself. When you wake up every morning, look at yourself. Because the mirror talks back. Look at everything positive in your life. Look at all of it. Everything positive in your life that's going on. Look at it. And block out the negative. You know what I'm saying? And people be like, how do you do that? Okay, so if I wanted to get up every morning and I say, you know what, Corey, checkmate, one of your eyelids higher than the other one. You can see that on the camera. Am I loving myself? Or am I just acknowledging the situation? I'm acknowledging it, but I'm not hating myself. Now, if I say, dang, ain't nobody gonna want you because your eyelid, one of your eyebrows is higher than the other one, I'm hating on myself. So to create your heaven, you have to first start with you because you are the creator. Just like God. When you wake up in the morning and you acknowledge God, He is the creator. So acknowledge Him first, then acknowledge yourself. Now your heaven. Heaven, if you describe it, it's a beautiful place. We don't know if we're going to heaven or hell. Some of us believe we are. Some of us believe we ain't or whatever. But at the same time, you're here, right now. You're here. You ain't in heaven. You ain't in hell. You're here. So to create your heaven, you got to put everything good in your life. You got to subtract the negative friends. You got to subtract the negative family. You got to subtract the negative people who continue to put the negativity in your life. If you took hell and put it in heaven, would it be a positive place? No. It would be a bunch of confusion. Because it's positive and it's negative, all just working and fighting against each other. So that's a part of loving yourself, is creating your heaven. To love you, you got to put people around you who care, who acknowledge you, who motivate you, who empower you, who come around and always have something good to say about you. If not, even if it's not good about you, it's good about other people. That's heaven. I'm gonna go kick it with this friend. They got something positive to say. Oh, I'm gonna go kick it with that friend. They got something positive to say. Oh, I'm with my cousin. There's something positive. I'm with this person. Positive. That person. Positive. 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 That's heaven. Heaven is all positive. So to create your heaven, you got to put positive people in it. That's facts. Now, emotional people gonna be like, oh well, my one friend talks a mess about me, and they cur now. Oh, I know they screwed me over, but they gonna be here and make it up. Oh, they wronged me, but they gonna make it right. No, it don't work like that. Put the positive people in so the positive can keep moving. It's just like when you get married. You ain't gonna marry no negative person. If you marry a negative person, you're gonna have a negative marriage. Some people be like, how do people stay married 14 years? Because that person is very positive to them. And they're bringing positivity in their life, so they constantly want to be there. So, loving yourself, you're going to bring positive people in. You're going to subtract negative people. On an emotional mind state, we get to the point where we like, oh, that's my brother. Oh, that's my sister. Oh, that's my cousin. Oh, that's my pastor. Oh, that's my deacon. Oh, that's my auntie. Oh, that's my uncle. Oh, that's my mama. Oh, that's my daddy. So what? If they're negative, get them out so you can have peace. Loving yourself is bringing peace to you. If you're bringing negative to you, how are you loving yourself? You can't sit here and tell me you love yourself, but you keep bringing negative people in your life. You keep forgiving these negative people. And our key word of forgiveness is forgive. But that does not mean you have to keep dealing with that person. That's because you forgave them. Don't mean you got to keep kicking it with them. I forgive you. I just know you're not that person I need to kick it with. So loving yourself is bringing positive people in. When you allow negative people in, you're not loving yourself. You're destroying yourself. You're hurting yourself. Now let me move on. The next part of loving yourself. Make fun in what you do. I tell people this so much, and it's so irritating to me. When you make fun in what you do, I don't care if it's a cookout. Make that cookout the best cookout you done had. Make your fun. Create your own happiness. Going back to the beginning, know yourself. If you know yourself, you love yourself, you know how to create your own happiness. So I don't care if y'all at the lake. Make fun. Own happiness. Make fun in what you do. If you at the pool hall with your homeboy, and I do it sometimes, I might be sitting out here. You're currently offline. And shoot. Did it disconnect? Babe, you watching my live feed? No. Dang it. That's why I hate the internet, because it said it disconnected. I went deep on this one. If anybody's on my live feed, if it disconnected, please send a text or message to my phone. Because my internet said it disconnected, and I hope it didn't. Anyways, I'm going to keep moving on. So, fun in what you do. Sorry about that again. I think my internet disconnected. If it didn't, let me know. So, I was talking about create your make fun of what you do. I don't care. And when people, I'm gonna take it this deep when I say make fun of what you do. If your car break down, say you driving, the car break down. You in the car with your boyfriend, your friends, or whatever. Laugh about it. Make fun of it. You know what, man? We drove down here, the car broke down, man. It's like we've been stuck over here for 3 hours. Because when you make it ignorant, mad, angry, all that, what are you fixing? How is it changing the situation? How is it making the situation better or anything of what you're doing? It's not. So why be miserable? Be happy about it. I saw a pastor say I'm glad it happened, and I never understood it because the whole time that we've been sitting down in this broke car and we've been sitting here chopping it up and laughing about this broke car, the time done flowed by and we done had some good conversation and somebody finally came and helped us. Make fun in anything you do. If you're outside barbecuing or whatever, I don't care if you by yourself. This is a part of loving yourself. I can be by myself, drunk at the club, out to eat, at the movies, just straight by myself. And I would sit there and be like, you know what? I'm here by myself. Dang, I'm really here by myself. I am sitting here watching this movie by myself. Can y'all believe I'm sitting there watching this movie by myself? And then I turn around and laugh at myself like, I'm really thinking about me just sitting here watching this movie by myself. Something really wrong with me. But honestly, I'm happy. And then I'll turn around and laugh and be like, you know what, that's cool. I watched the movie by myself anyway. I ain't want nobody here. Gotta make fun in every situation. Another thing is, if you love yourself, and I'm proud of my cousin Mimi because she pushing and she got where she go. Write down your success. Write down everything you feel that you've been successful at. And I'm not talking, people think success means money, and that's not what it means. Success has nothing to do with money. Success means being happy at what you're doing in life. I don't care if you're a teacher, paramedic, doctor, computer tech, welder, whatever you are. You're making fun. I mean, you're writing down your success. You're building goals. You're getting higher in life. Because if you love yourself, you're going to always want yourself to do better. You're going to always want yourself to have better. And we get so lost in the trends of what everybody else thinks that we don't even sit around for a second to even think about the success that we doing in life. Write down your success. So you can look at it tomorrow and wake up and be like, you know what? I am that computer tech. Oh, I'm a computer tech now. Oh, wait a minute. I am that computer science dude. Higher, 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 higher. When you see how high you're going in life and how successful you're being, you'll be more happy with yourself. You start loving yourself more. You'll be more proud of yourself. You don't need nobody to pat you on the back. You pat yourself on the back. Feel good? Ever tried? So, and this is the thing that's crazy. The next one is speak kindly of yourself. It's so many people talk down on themselves. I knew I couldn't do it. Everybody thought I could do it. I knew I wasn't smart enough. I knew I wasn't this. I wasn't that. I knew. I'm going to teach you the power of the tongue. That's coming last. Speak highly of yourself. Sit in the mirror sometime and look at yourself and be like, hey, you look good. Dang, you beautiful. Dang, you handsome. Man, you smart. Man, you got that done. Speak highly of yourself. Because what you got to understand is when you're looking in that mirror, the mind programs everything that comes out of your mouth. And then you start to become what comes out of your mouth. I'm stupid. I know I should have did this. I know I wasn't smart enough. You just put that in your mind. Your mind, the body reacts off the mind. So, yeah, you're going to become dumb. Yeah, you're going to feel dumb. But if you speak highly of yourself, you'll start loving yourself. And you know what? This is one thing that I'm going to talk about, speaking highly of yourself. There's a lot of people go out. You'll see a woman. Man, she beautiful. Oh my God, she fine. I know she married. Oh, just look at her. Oh, if I was with her, this, that. Oh, if she was my girl, this. Vice versa. Women. Dang, look at that handsome dude. I bet you whatever girl he with, loving him and this, that. Oh, you envying. Now you wondering why this person so happy. Oh, I want some of that. I want this. I want to be there with him. I want to be there with her. I want this woman. I want this man. You know why you want that person? Because they loving themselves. So the way they look, they have a demeanor about themselves. They talk to themselves. They motivate themselves. They're not motivated by friends or family. They're motivating themselves. So when you see that handsome dude or that beautiful woman and you just gotta have her and you just like, I don't know why I have her, you feeling her aura. You're feeling her love herself. You're looking at her love herself. So sometimes you will see her and just be so she's so in tune and so in love with herself and looking so beautiful, or he's so handsome and he's so just so perfect. Why can't I get a man like that? You just stop loving yourself when you said that. Why can't I get a woman like that? Why can't I get a man like that? You just stop loving yourself because you just became your own worst enemy, which is what I'm gonna get to next. Them people you want, it's because they busy loving themselves. When you love yourself, you're not concerned with what the world got to say about you. That's worldly stuff. People gonna hate, people gonna talk mess, people gonna say you ain't this, oh, I remember he was this, I remember she was that, I remember blah 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 blah. When you tune all that negativity out, the positivity can come in. So then you can start to love yourself. So when you see people like that and you want them, then you turn around and ask yourself, why don't people want me? It's because you're not loving yourself like they are actually loving themselves. So when I say speak good things and godly things, them type of people you want, they in the mirror. It's not called conceited. It's called confidence. There's a big difference. If I wake up and I look at myself and I say, hey, Corey, oh, you're a handsome man. Put that shirt on. Button that shirt up right. Get your hair right. Oh, wait a minute. Yep. This right, that right. I'm loving myself. Conceited is, oh, this chick gonna want me, that chick gonna want me, let me put it this way, that way. I'm gonna go out here and get every chick. When you conceited, you're not loving yourself. Because now you're creating an image for everybody else to believe who you are. And when they finally figure out who you are, they don't want you. But when you loving yourself, you get up in the morning, you pray to God first, you start loving yourself, acknowledging yourself in that mirror, and want to see your success, want to see your creativity, want to see yourself happy, want to know your strengths and your weaknesses, and then you treat yourself. You look so good, you know what, let me go and shave this, man. I like it better that way because you know what you like and what you don't like, which is what I started with. So, write down your success. Speak kindly of yourself. Pursue a hobby. A lot of people be like, I don't know what my hobby is. Oh, I can say it in a man tone. Man, say, bro, I ain't got no hobbies. I don't know what no hobby is. When I say pursue a hobby, most people who are successful are not looking at money. I read a lot of successful people books. Keyword is they're not looking at money. They're looking at what they do to make them have fun and make them happy. Those little figure spinners, a lady that made the little spinners that all the kids like, they dogged her. They dogged her because she made it, they spent, and she did it because it was a hobby and she wanted to make kids happy. She just didn't get it patented. So all these little corner stores, bootleg corner stores, started stealing everything she had. And that was just her hobby. And got millions off of it. Millions off of it. And you know why she didn't care that she didn't get the money? Because all it did was make her happy. If it made her happy, she can make other people happy. If you love yourself, you can love other people. So when everybody was calling her stupid and the name calling, she didn't care. She just know at the end of the day when she go to sleep, she made somebody happy. Now, if she was looking at a dollar sign, she would have never even made herself happy. She would have got the money, but hey, we're going to get on that later. If you love yourself, put positive people in your life. I said that earlier. Positive people. I have a lot of negative friends and positive friends. And the negative ones, I know what to deal with them on. But the point is, why even deal with them? Just let them go. Oh, I've been knowing them. Let me go emotional. I've been knowing them 15 years. They done this, they done that, they done this. I don't care how long I've been knowing you. You're a negative person now. So the only thing you're going to do is bring me down. So for me to be positive, facts, I need to get rid of you. I need to stop talking to you. You can tell me all the good and all the bad you done for me, but at the same time, I have to look at this. Yeah, you've done a lot of good, facts. But now you're a negative person. And if you're a negative person, you're going to bring that negativity to me, which is going to make me negative, which is going to stop me from loving myself. Because now I'm going to ask myself, why are they doing this? Why am I, why? That's what's going to keep coming. Why me? Why me? Why this? Why that? Why, blah. It's going to keep coming. So if you love yourself, you will subtract those negative people. Family, friends, whatever. Last segment on loving yourself. Downtime. Yeah, everybody want to be the life of the party. Everybody want to kick with everybody. Everybody want to be cool. Everybody want to go to everybody's friend's birthday party or the kid's birthday party. This is just, you have to have downtime to relax yourself. That's self-love. Sometimes you can't make the party. If they mad, so what? At least love them enough to be real with them. You have to have a time where you can sit down, relax, and come and cope and vibe with yourself. You cannot be there for everybody. Sometimes this brain get to running left and right, and you just need time. So when you get that downtime, you're going to see who your real friends are. You're going to see you really loving yourself because you need time to relax. You need time to be away. I got friends that sometimes they don't even hit me up for a whole year. But when they finally hit me up, they good. I'd rather my friends be good than be miserable. And you trying to please everybody, you going to be miserable. You got to know when your downtime is. So I done broke it down with loving yourself. And if you can take this down and learn from it, at least comment and say something. If not, then hey, whatever. Because if you do or don't, this is my hobby. Learning, loving myself. Now, the next topic was being your own worst enemy. People like, how I'm going to be my own worst enemy. And I'm going to break it down to you. You are your own worst enemy. Now let me give you the segments. I said this is even loving yourself, so they kind of run parallel. Forgiveness. When you cannot forgive yourself, and I said it in the last segment, you become an enemy. You start to hate yourself. You start to neglect yourself. You start to get mad at yourself. You start to get irritated with yourself. You. Not your friends, not everybody else. This is what you're doing to yourself. You're getting irritated and mad with yourself. I didn't say your homeboys and nobody else. This is what you're doing. You got to learn how to forgive yourself even if other people don't. There's some people going to spend their whole life hating you for one thing you done did. And if you hold that down, you're going to destroy you. And just like I said, how you become your own worst enemy. When people say something negative about you, I got out of this book, the same book, even at the Bible. When people say negative stuff about you and you believe it, I don't care if it's true or not. If you believe it, you just created your own enemy. You just did. Because now you believe in this, which is going to destroy you. This negative thought, this negative saying, this negative person, that negative person. All them negative people that's saying all this negative stuff about you, you believe in it. If you believe it, you can achieve it, like they say. So if you believe it, you're going to become that negative person. You're going to become your own enemy. You're going to start to hate self. You're going to start to want to slit your wrist. You're going to start to want to kill yourself. You're going to start to want to devalue yourself. you're going to start to hate yourself. So you are the enemy. Negative thoughts. When you sit there and you're thinking negative constantly, you're paranoid, you can't sleep, you're getting up, you're going all that negativity. Don't be your own enemy. That's why they say somebody can spend a lifetime trying to destroy a person and wind up destroying themselves. Hello? You got to stop believing the negative stuff that people say about you. There's 50 billion people in the world. More than that. Some of them gonna love you, some of them gonna hate you. Some of them gonna have nothing but negative stuff to say about you. Once you start believing, the mind is a powerful thing. If somebody told me, Corey, you ain't good enough for this podcast, and I sat there and I said, you know what? They right. I ain't good enough for this podcast. I would have never done it. And the crazy part about it is, a lot of people have told me that. And there's a lot of people who was close to me. So if I would have took that negative thought in, they're already the enemy. Because a friend wouldn't tell you nothing negative like that. They're already the enemy. So then I would have just took that thought into mind, became my own enemy, and never even touched the podcast. So would I be loving myself? No. I'd just be my own enemy. You got to stop believing the negative stuff that people say about you. I don't care if you're the perfect person on earth, and the only perfect person that walked this world was Jesus. So you can be perfect all you want, but there's always going to be somebody have something negative to say. And as soon as you tune it in, soak it in, your brain is like a sponge. First it's dry. But when it rains, it's water, water, water coming in, trying to soak it up, soak it up, soak it up. Everything you soak up and you believe in is negative, you're going to become. Self-hate. Self-disrespect. The biggest sin you can do on yourself is hate yourself. So when you soak up all that negative energy, you start to hate yourself. You start to believe what everybody's saying. You start to want to kill yourself. You start all this. So you got to tune that out. Or you just going to be your own enemy. Another way. I'm going to give you 3 other ways. If you're always angry, always, you're your own enemy. What you mad at? You got some people who are always just stuck in a mad, negative mind state. You can't tell me you love yourself, because if you did, you wouldn't even care to be mad. You always mad. Anger solves nothing. In the Bible it says, what cube of structure can you move with anger? Nothing. You become angry. Then you start being angry with yourself. Jealousy. That's the number one thing that makes you your own worst enemy. Because if you're jealous of somebody else, do you love yourself? Nah, jealousy is a sign of hatred to self. A lot of people, drama filled. They just love the drama. Oh, I like drama. Oh, I like this. You hate yourself. You your own enemy. You bringing yourself to drama. You jealous, so you're not loving yourself. Because to be jealous, you gotta want what somebody else wants, so you're not loving yourself. So you push good people away who have no problem with you, never had a problem with you, never even disrespected you. That's jealousy. So you can't say you love yourself when you jealous of the next person or try to find every problem wrong with the person in front of you. You're insecure. An insecure person can't love themselves because they're insecure. So you're becoming your own enemy. You putting all this hatred and making all these people dislike you because of you, not because of the person in front of you. They don't appreciate. The next one was, they don't appreciate the small things in life. Have you ever heard a person say, the police pulled me over? I got a suspended license, but he gave me a ticket. He might as well just took me to jail. You just said something worse should have happened to you, even though you just got a ticket. Who's hating on you besides you hating on yourself? You would have rather yourself suffer in jail instead of getting this ticket. Own enemy. Ain't nobody put that in your head. You put it in your own head. Then they criticize themselves. I'm a bad person. People hate me. This. They play victim. Anytime you play victim, you are not loving yourself. You've been a coward. Sorry. You can read any book, any Bible, any worldly book, it will tell you that. When you play victim, you are a coward. You do not love yourself. They are very judgmental. When you become your own worst enemy, you're going to judge everybody coming your way. You just going to look. I don't like him because it's her like this. I don't like her because she talk loud. I don't like him because he dressed this way. Them people don't know you. They ain't got nothing to do with you. So you destroying self. You putting all the negative stuff into yourself. And then one I love is selling yourself short. I have so many people be like, I want to talk to this person, but she too high. She look too good. She need this. She need that. You selling yourself short. Ain't nobody told you that. You told yourself that. So you're your own enemy. Oh, he too handsome. He look too good. He this. He that. He that. You selling yourself short. So that's not loving yourself. That's neglecting yourself. You're becoming your own enemy. And they say most people who are their worst enemy repeat negative energy. They constantly negative about themselves. They feel bad. This person don't like me. That person don't like me. This. You filling your mind with all of this negative energy and you wonder why you can't find peace. You are your own worst enemy. Now I'm going to sum this up. Because people like, okay, how do you not be your own worst enemy? I just told you, self-love. I tell a lot of people this who ask me for advice. Not going to put no names out there. How do I not become my own worst enemy? How do I understand self-love? Who is your best friend right now? Ask yourself that question and think about it. Who in this world, besides Jesus, is your best friend? If you can name one, you can name two, you can name three, you're already your own enemy because your best friend is supposed to be you. Because that's the person you deal with every day. That's the person you got to satisfy. That's the person you got to keep happy. That's the person that you got to take care of. That's the person that's always going to be there for you. If nobody else on this earth, on this planet is there for you, that's the person that's going to be there for you. You. So your best friend should only be you. When you're married, they say you become one. So your best friend is your wife. Okay, y'all one. That's understandable. But single, if you can name all your best friends, you've already neglected yourself. If you're in a situation by yourself, who has your back? You. If you're in prison by yourself, who has your back? You. If you need to make a life and a living and dying situation, who has your back? Who's the best person to make that situation for you? You. So if you are not your own best friend, you are your worst enemy. And people say, how does that even make sense? Okay, for instance, I could be mad. Nobody want to kick it with me tonight. Nobody. Not my girl, not my family, not my friends. You know what I'm going to do? Go with my best friend. And you know what my best friend is? Me. I'm going to go turn up by myself. I don't care if I'm sitting in the car drinking alcohol and jamming music. By myself. I don't care if I got to go make a walk and talk to myself. By myself. I don't care if I want to go to the club and don't nobody want to go. I'm there. I don't care if I want to go to church and don't nobody want to go. You know who there? Me. So who is my best friend? Me. So how do you become your worst enemy? By not being your own best friend. By not, at the topic again, loving yourself. That's how that happens. People used to ask me, how do you go to the club by yourself? Because I ain't worried about nobody but me. That's how I can do it. So, there you go. I tell my friends all the time, well, I don't want to be out by myself. My homeboys, man, I look stupid going out by myself. You just hated on you just made yourself your worst enemy. You look stupid going out by yourself. Now, this is the crazy part. 9 times out of 10, when you approach a person, where are they at? By themselves. You don't approach no man you want to talk to while he there with his homeboys or he right there with his homegirl, his girlfriend. Vice versa. You don't approach no woman while she out with her man or she out with 5 of her homeboys or 16 of her homegirls. You don't do that. You catch them by themselves. And you know why you catch them by themselves? Because you find them being their own best friend, loving themselves. So they might be sitting there, and most of them going to get annoyed with you because they're there for self. They're not at the club. They're not at church for the family. They're not at the club for the females and the males that holler at them. They're not at there for that. They're there for themselves. They're not at Six Flags to be there with 50 friends. They're there just to get on this ride and say, hey, self, what you do? I had fun today. Boom. Because what happens is when they're not there, y'all start to realize, I need this person. Why I'm by myself? You start feeling insecure. Don't nobody like me. Don't nobody care about me. So now it turns into you hating yourself. They don't like me because of this. I asked 5 friends to come, but they didn't come. I asked family to come, they didn't come. Now you're dependent on others. You can't love yourself depending on others. So that's the end of Worst Enemy. If you learned something from it, leave a comment. If you didn't, leave nothing. Yeah, again, like I said earlier, it's a hobby. The power of the tongue. Next topic. Give me 1 second, because I have to use the restroom, and I've been on here for 50 minutes. So I'm going to come right back with the topic of the power of the tongue, and it relates to this. So if you really follow me and you like my cast, tune back in. Give me 10 minutes. I'll be right back on. Thank you.